Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, the space race first competition has started. So far, so good. Alright, so you can see here, this is the some so-called start of the event itself. You're going to select a team. As you know, I've been using Cosmics the last round. I'm going to select Cosmics again to continue the adventure. Let's see what we get today from claiming that little box there. Alright, that's a bit of those common upgrade materials. Alright, so now Space Race, welcome to Space Race. Alright, this is the map, and of course by now you should know there are 3 raw materials you could collect, and of course then put them into the factory. I'll just call it the space factory. Alright, so with that then you can manufacture into 6 different produce or new products, and of course that suits your delivery. So here we are in the first one. Normally when you first start so-called competition, for the first one they will ask for non-event items, just to be fair, because you wouldn't have them anyways. That would be different when it start of the second competition, whereby they will demand for event items because they will expect you to already have them. So factories are all filled to the brim as usual. That is the preparation work required for any start of the competition. That's why you can see full warehouse is always tough here. Spaceship factory, really you got to upgrade that 2 slots. I'm going to spend like 30 gems for the first, and then 80 gems for the second. So in total of 110 gems will be spent to upgrade 2 more slots later on. You'll see that. But as of now, I'm just going to be busy with the first round of delivery and get rid of the space required. So get rid of this inventory. We really need a lot of space, and we're running out. So of course the easy way out is dump away things, but I'm trying my best to see how we could save those items, but unfortunately things has to go. Of course 30-second items got to go first, and of course those odd number. So this is the type of housekeeping you got to do with tiny warehouses like mine. So I'm going to remove all these odd number items, which are definitely of useless, because you can't really use them at all. When it comes to making new things, you need a huge quantity, and those loose numbers like this, you just got to remove it. But in totality, once you remove that, it actually sums up to a quite substantial amount, and hence you should be able to maneuver your items away. Okay, so I need to move that pallet in front, but let's see how they work out. So okay, so we have again a warehouse full issue. I got 5 more dispatches to go, and we're gonna see how things work out here. I just think that I should remove those timber, or those logs you call it. Yeah, just checking around. Yeah, it's not required at all. Right, so in this definitely this wood is useless right now. We'll come and collect them later on when really we need them for probably making a glue. But as of now, I do not need so many, so I'm going to dump away half of it, and with that we can again make the pallets move in front, and we cancel the order and put the barrels behind. Of course we're going to bring some things out. So coins, yes, coins, please collect your coins every 4 hourly. You will need lots of coins for train upgrade capacity. It's important, otherwise your dispatch will be running around with a small train capacity. So the things that we require really is those iron powder. So we're going to get rid of the nails and make space for iron powder, which really manufacture fast unless you stay on the game. Otherwise, normally I'll just remove some of the items in the output tray so they can auto fill it up later on. Okay, so now let's see. Probably we're going to upgrade further. If you do notice, there's a design change to the parts. It's slightly more, I'll say, nicer. Of course, hopefully this doesn't jam the game too much, because with the last round when Pixel Federation did some improvement, the whole game went down. So hopefully all these upgrades doesn't impact the game. I think more important is the game, and not so much of the slight design change that actually weighs on the game itself, and hence reduce the speed. Alright, so I've upgraded to 4 slots. You can see here 110 gems is all you need. Do not do more than that unless you got tons of gems and get playing affiliated games for Android players. For Apple players and free to play, we are really gem poor, so make sure you only use for 2 slots. You will need the gems later on, be it sometimes you're going to push things forward by spending gems, or you need to engage an additional dispatcher. So additional dispatcher engagement you're going to consider as well, whether is it necessary to engage a daily basis or a weekly basis. Economy of scale, definitely weekly basis is cheaper. But if you bear in mind with the applying the late, or so-called the starting late strategy, plus minus really doesn't make very much of a difference. Of course, you may ask, what's the difference? The difference is basically, I think if you engage a week, I think it's cheaper by 3 days. But just imagine during that 1 week, you have 2 competitions, or you minus off that 2 days of break, you'll be actually more or less the same. But of course, if you have 100 gems, by all means go and do that. And you know what, sometimes competitions like this, when it's easy, you do not need to engage dispatcher. So all this boils down to decision making, whether you're gonna get to a week, that's up to you. Alright, so for me, I'll say that if you have sufficient gems, go for a week. If you don't have, only engage that dispatcher when you think you really need it. How do you know? When you know that you have a lot of things to deliver and you do not have enough dispatcher. Sometimes we are faced, especially at the start of the event, we are faced the other way around, which means that we have dispatchers but we've got nothing to deliver. So in that context, do not engage dispatcher, right? I mean, that's common sense in a way, but sometimes you just get too excited. You're just going to be thinking, not be affected by this emotional engagement, and then you lose out those gems. Okay, so generally, I always collect coins as much as possible. Of course, during competitions that are really tight at the tail end of a competition, probably will go for a while. But nonetheless, if you could just spend that 5 minutes extra in the game and collect all the gold. Bear in mind, make sure you have an 80 capacity train in every region so they can collect the maximum number of gold itself. Okay, and when you send your trains out, i.e. the 80 capacity train, try not to collect gold that moment, because it just means that you have a lesser capacity train and of course lesser gold. If you could wait, go ahead and wait. Otherwise, if you really want it, then go ahead, of course, because every 4 hourly the gold will be regenerated. Okay, so so far so good. It's a good start as usual. Starting late, so almost like I would say all depends on luck. How late you want to start really depends on luck itself. So you can see it's 2 hour, 9 hours, actually 2 days, 9 hours to go. So in short, normally I will start like somewhere 12 hours late. That would leave me like 2 days and 12 hours. Today I start 3 hours later, so we're 15 hours. Not too bad. Sometimes when they do a pre-grouping, even you start 15 or even 18 hours late, you'll be grouped together with the same people who have already started maybe almost half a day before you. So make sure you do that starting late strategy, but try to keep, if possible, from the second competition onwards, between, I would say, 10 to 12 hours. Okay, try not to start too late, because bear in mind this is a 3 days competition. The next one will be a 2 days. The developer had once mentioned to me we need 36 hours of playing time, because then I reported a ticket to say that I was disqualified for one of the, I think, Japanese event competition, or because I started on 13 hours late. If you have 48 hours for a 2 days competition, you started 13 hours late, you'll be disqualified, because there's only 35 hours left to play. There's a minimum of 36 hours playing time. Okay, so there's something to bear in mind. For a 2 days competition, the maximum you can go is 12 hours, and of course, if it's a 3 days competition, the maximum you can go, I think, is 36. But they already, I believe, plug the gap in that context. They have pre-grouped it, so even you start later, you'll be disadvantaged. So in short, start only 10 to 12 hours. Okay, so now back to this event itself. You can see here there are some bonus. I think there's nothing new. This is really old. So the bonus wise, make sure you do those, and then you know, there's a rotatory, you get gems, you get keys, and you get EP. So it is really something you got to do so that you can get those things done within 3 hours. I will say that when you have most of the dispatches back, then you activate that bonus. Alright, so that's all for the this video. I wish you good luck. A long way to go. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.